Now, let's try and look at the charge and the counter charge in this Ansari-Mirza saga, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and understand what's the charge and what's the defense that's coming through. The charge is that Mr. Hamid Ansari invited Pak journalists who's actually spying for the ISI. The defense is the invitations to foreign dignitaries by the Vice President are based on the advice of the government. That is what Mr. Ansari is saying. The charge against Mr. Ansari is Pak journalist Nusratmirza has claimed that Ansari shared secret information with him. The defense, a litany of falsehoods unleashed against me. Nusratmirza, and I must say this, Nusratmirza has said that he did meet Mr. Ansari, but they never exchanged words publicly. They never had an interaction. That's what the claim is, or the defense is. The charge is Nusratmirza took information from Hamid Ansari and used it against India. That's a charge being made. The defense is, I never invited or met Nusratmirza. These two aspects, invited or met, both are under scrutiny and both will be put to test. Nusratmirza says he did meet the Vice President. There is photographic evidence of Nusratmirza on the same platform as the Vice President, in fact sitting in the same chair, and Nusratmirza has confirmed he spoke at that conference, whose picture is available. Hamid Ansari shared the stage with Nusratmirza. That's the charge. Invitations were sent by the organizers. But ladies and gentlemen, this is protocol, security, that whoever is going to meet the Vice President or on the dais will be vetted and their details will be shared with the VP Secretariat. This is protocol. And many who are watching this broadcast would agree with me. Charges: as India's ambassador to Iran, Ansari hurt the nation's interests. My work in Tehran was known to the government. That's the defense. Multiple charges, multiple defense, but the simple enough question is it possible that Mr. Ansari and his team did not know? Is it possible? Did Mr. Ansari know the truth about Nusratmirza is the question that we are asking. Ansari-Mirza controversy is the hashtag. Let's go across to our guest this evening. Joining us this evening, Tohin Sinha, spokesperson of the BJP, Sujata Paul, leader of the Congress Party, Tushar Gupta, senior editor, Swarajya Magazine, Suman C. Raman, political analyst. But first, I'm going to go across to Dr. Adish C. Aggarwala, who's the president, International Council of Jurists, London. He's also chairman of the All India Bar Association. Now, this is where the whole contradiction came. Adish ji, namaste. And you issued a series of tweets as an explainer when in the first statement Mr. Hamid Ansari said the responsibilities of the organizers. The organizers decide who to invite. What happened in the conference that you were conducting? That was also an international conference on counter-terrorism, where you wanted to invite the Vice President. Can you tell us? He's actually issued another statement saying that he has never met Nusratmirza and he's not responsible for this.
I can't comment on this whether he has personally met or not. But I'm certain he was very much interested to see that he should come to India and attend our conference. Because once Mr. Ashok Diwan, director in his office, conveyed that Honorable Vice President want that Mr. Nusratmirza should be from a senior journalist from Pakistan should be invited, and when I could not invite, then he felt bad, which has been communicated on mobile by Mr. Ashok Diwan on the eve of the inaugural ceremony.
Okay.
And which says that Honorable Vice President is annoyed, not happy that you have not invited him. So tomorrow he will come only for 20 minutes. And when I told that if he can't come, remain for the entire inaugural ceremony of 1 hour, then please ask him not to come, because it will be not appropriate. A ceremonial head, second ranking, is going in the midst of the inaugural ceremony, where delegates are from different parts, not only of India, from world. So I suggested kindly ask him not to come, but he says no, he has to come because he has already prepared the speech, and that speech he has been distributed to journalists.
Right.
Plus people have been invited for tomorrow's program.
Right.
And his movement, although next building Vigyan Bhavan from the Vice President House, so has been communicated, it will be not approved, but he will remain only 20 minutes.
Right.
And he came and remained for 20 minutes. And Prime Minister can have some urgent, if there is some problem in America, he has to talk to the President of USA. He can curtail. But President, Vice President, they have very, very limited selected programs. He can't accept any other program on the eve of that. And that too, in that Vice President, Prime President, they don't entertain more than 2 programs in a day.
Right.
This is general practice for President and Vice President.
Right.
So I feel he was having connection. He has personally met or not, I can't say because I was not a witness. But I produced a photograph yesterday,
Right.
which depicts that he has attended another conference
Right.
of that was also on terrorism.
Right.
So in that was on international terrorism, but organized by Jama Masjid United Forum in Oberoi Hotel. There, this journalist is also on the dais.
Correct.
You are a seasoned journalist.
Yes.
You know the protocol.
Yes.
When President, Vice President, and Prime Minister is attending any program, the organizers, they have to submit a list who will be on the dais
Correct.
to the secretariat of that VVIP. Then secretariat, first they get the information, security from IB intelligence people,
Right.
and then submit to President, the concerned VVIP, and he approves. Yes, those people are all right or not, or somebody should be removed, somebody should be added. Even the sitting arrangement, see
Yes.
who will be sitting with the next to left side with the President or Vice President, right side, third number, fourth number. A photo is being sent to us.
Yes.
And not only to us, to security people, because they are also responsible to ensure that the sitting arrangement is as per the approved sitting arrangement is there.
Correct.
So when I released that photo, you see, in that Vice President is sitting in the center,
Yes.
and the Pakistan journalist is sitting there. I released it with great difficulty. My staff was able to search out this thing. So when he is on dais, Pakistan journalist,
Correct.
so it means Honorable Vice President has approved his sitting at least, and he was aware that he is sitting there. And today, the journalist, while talking in some program, TV program, they connected and asked me to talk to this journalist. I asked him whether you made any speech in the presence of Honorable Vice President.
Oh,
He said
so-
yes.
Huh.
I was there. I was on the dais. I made a speech, but I have not met personally. Now I feel he is making false awareness.